Let's get focused, man. We got a fight to worry about here. Good money, good money.
For every boxing story of a blockbuster that's delayed,
I love it, Tank. I love it.
there's also considerable risk built in for champions who turn to other challengers.
Dancing with the stars, baby. Dancing with the stars.
He's in thought right now, and that's what I'm looking at. So right now, I just want to see what he brings to us. We just got off the plane. You know, a lot of work yesterday from the interviews and stuff, so I want to see how he react. 2 sparring partners, and rounds is unknown.
All right, y'all. Let's go.
When they watch us in here working, they saying we going bang, 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 bang.
There you go. Good. There you go.
When he get in that ring, he's on a mission. Because he understands that he got to put his pants on, training wheels going. You got what you asked for. Let's get it now. Slow it down.
We're now only 4 weeks away from the biggest boxing event of the year. Jake Paul will face Gervonta Tank Davis, and things inside Tank's camp are getting seriously intense.
Oh, good rim, good rim. I like the way y'all jump right back in it. That's right. Make them jokers move. Make them jokers move. Oh, I love what I hear. Y'all making them sing.
For most of Davis's celebrated career, Ford and other trusted advisors remained in control. But now, those in camp can sense a shift in command,
Make them jokers move.
as the fighter himself begins to oversee everything, while aiming at the destiny he alone must fulfill.
There you go. I go with that. Give it up.
Word is Davis is going all in. No jokes, no TikToks, no distractions. He's taking Jake as seriously as a world title fight. And here's the crazy part. Rumor has it Tank is bringing in heavyweights to spar with him. Yes, heavyweights. Big, powerful punchers pushing him to his limits in strength and stamina. Because Jake Paul isn't just an influencer chasing views anymore. He's got real size, real power, and real confidence.
Even his shots upstairs here, that's still a body shot on Jake Paul. Everything's a body shot he's throwing. Even when he's changing the levels of the shot. That's a body shot, that's a body shot, that's a body.
And Team Davis knows it. Reports and leaked clips show Tank training harder than ever before. He's swapped light technical drills for intense strength sessions, heavy lifting, tough sparring, and relentless conditioning. The mission is clear: build solid power without sacrificing his lightning speed.
Watch it, I see a guy that's targeting the body. And it's the best thing that Tank could do for this fight. I mean, trying to go headshot for headshot with Jake Paul when he's probably Jake's 7 inches taller.
That's a 60-pound leap into dangerous territory. And while fans admire the ambition, critics warn that adding too much muscle could blunt his greatest weapon, the explosive speed that's made him one of boxing's most feared finishers.
Oh, you're going to have to be able to land shots right there on the waistline. And it's probably the best idea if you actually want to knock Jake out in this fight, if you actually want a game plan, because again, it's an exhibition, but if you want a game plan to get him out of there, you have to attack.
And speaking of Tank's training, just when it seemed like nothing else could surprise fans, Sean Porter dropped stories straight from a sparring battlefield. Porter said sparring with Gervonta wasn't about learning, it was pure confirmation.
If Tank can make him miss, get inside, work the body, make him pay there, head movement off center, pivot out, be slick, and do it again and again and again, that is when we could see a potential Tank Davis.
In other words, everything people believe Tank can do, he actually does, and probably faster than you can react. He's like a powerhouse strategist, combining explosive strength, sharp fight IQ, and relentless competitiveness every single round.
It wasn't a learning experience, it was just confirmation. Like, I knew Tank was as good as he is and could do everything that he can do. He's strong, super competitive. He loves this sport. And, he has all of the recipes to be.
Porter literally said his heart was smiling while sparring with him. And when a former world champion says that, Tank is built different. But Porter didn't just praise his power, he highlighted Tank's intelligence in the ring. That fight IQ doesn't always get the attention it deserves because he's not much of a talker. But once the bell rings, he studies you like a machine, breaking you down round by round. Porter even admitted it, Tank might start slow, but once he flips that switch, it's game over.
And on and on. I saw all that right live in action with him. And the funny thing was, because of our size differential and because I was at the end of my camp, to me, it was just, let me get in here and get these rounds in. But along the way, my heart was smiling. I'm like, yep, he's everything I thought he was.
You could practically hear Porter saying, "Good luck outsmarting that." It's like trying to play chess against the guy who invented the game. After Porter's honest ringside story, where a former champ smiled through the pain of sparring Tank, Wade Plemons jumped in with the evidence to back it up. I agree with Wade when he says Jake's camp has been unusually quiet, almost like everything's under wraps. But that one clip of Ray Ford speaks volumes. Wade breaks down the coaching details: high guard, body work, slipping shots, and then cuts to Tank's bag work. Non-stop body punches, sharp level changes, and brutal combinations from hooks to uppercuts.
Jake Paul doing some work with Ray Ford. Ray Ford, an 18-1-1 super featherweight, only lost to Nick Ball, where, there's music playing, so I can't really put it out there, but I'm not exactly sure what they're going over. Jake looks to his team. He's like, maybe I got to get my head off center line more. And then Ray puts like the high guard up, like, hey, when you're here, when you're here, don't even do that.
I love the jump Wade makes from film analysis to fight strategy. You don't have to yell to see the plan taking shape. Tank's practicing how to make a bigger opponent uncomfortable up close, tying up his hands, catching his chin, and countering when Jake leans too heavy on his right. Wade's breakdown of Jake's footwork is spot on. That habit of getting wide and off balance when he loads up is exactly the kind of thing Tank's team is highlighting in red. And to put it bluntly and with a laugh, if your Jake in slow motion footage shows you flat foot, that's not a glitch. That's a giant neon sign saying, "Hit me here."
Looks. Now again, he is a small, sleight of frame, statured individual to begin with. Tank is a very small guy. If you blinked, you might think this young man right here is Tank Davis. No, I'm playing. But Tank is, he's smaller, and this is why this fight is an exhibition and why it's a bit of a shot in the dark as to, why you even do something like this. But we all know it's a lot of money being involved, and XYZ both.
We all know Tank isn't just throwing flashy combinations. Wade makes it clear, Tank's focusing on the sequence that punishes bigger punchers when they overreach: clinch, overhook, uppercut, and explode. Wade sees two likely outcomes. Either Jake uses his size perfectly to apply steady pressure, or Tank catches him mid-attack, lands clean, and turns that shot into a knockout payday. We'll take Tank's precision and timing over raw power any day. But Wade keeps it real. He admits it could go either way. And honestly, that's what makes this so exciting. It's tactical, it's gritty, and it's the kind of fight that reminds us why boxing debates never get old.
See Jake, they're already, I love this. They're anticipating Jake in the clinch, looking to, again, put his body weight on Tank, bigger man, use his size, lean on you, weigh on you. You see the post in the frame from Tank. Post frame, hold, bang. Lead hand up.
And just when Wade Plemons had the boxing world talking, Lamont Roach Sr. jumped in and dropped his own set of bombs. The man basically said, "Yeah, Tank's retired, and we're the reason." Bro didn't just end the story, he burned the whole chapter and used the ashes to lace up his son's gloves. He called out Tank for breaking contracts, skipping the rematch, and disappearing mid-camp like a bad breakup. You could hear that mix of disappointment and calm confidence. Like he knows his fighter's stock just rose while Tank's busy doing exhibitions. And the way he said it, cool, steady, no drama, you could tell he meant every word. That's a man who believes his fighter is the new problem in town, and he's daring anyone, even Tank, to prove him wrong.
And people observing that he might be a little checked out, that probably more than not, we're not going to get it.
We checking him out. So if that's the case, we checking him out. And if he retired, retire. Wish him the best in his retired life. So I don't think we get it. Being realistic. But if we do, we'll see. We're not.
But let's be honest, when Roach Sr. said they were lined up to fight in June, then August, and only found out Tank pulled out the same way we did, online, I couldn't believe it. That's crazy. Imagine being deep in training for a career-defining fight, and then Instagram breaks the news it's canceled. Still, Roach kept it professional. No complaints, no drama, just pure confidence. You can tell he still has some unfinished business with Tank, but his focus is fully on Cruz now. And when he said, "We retired Tank," that line hit hard. It's either going to age like fine wine or sting later, depending on what happens in December. But one thing's clear, he's talking like a man who already knows he's next in line, while Tank's out there flipping through old chapters on vacation.
If you had a chance to just run into him, what would you tell him?
Man, I got no words for Tank, to be honest with you. You know, that ship sailed. Tank doing him, we doing us. You know, it's nothing for me to talk. Like, he would listen anyway. So, Tank beat and dances to his own drum and music. So, we not worried about him. Not worried speaking to him. Not worried about him speaking to me.
And the best part is, Roach Sr. didn't sound like a guy trying to hype pay-per-views. He spoke like someone who's moved past all the noise. You could hear it in his voice, that calm confidence of a man who's seen the politics, dealt with the contracts, and still came out smiling. It's that we don't chase, we replace energy, and you've got to respect it. He basically said, if Tank's done, that's fine, we'll carry the torch. Cold but clean. No trash talk, just quiet belief backed by results. Roach knows his son's fight with Pitbull Cruz isn't just another matchup. It's a statement for the new generation. And if they pull it off at 140, that "we retired Tank" line won't sound like a jab anymore. It'll sound like a prophecy fulfilled.
But Pitbull Cruz is the one, you know, for us to go up fighting for a 30-pound championship, a 35-pound championship, now a 40-pound championship. It's rarely done, if ever, in like a 3-fight span. So we want to be one of the guys that leave us a stain, a legacy.
So that's where things stand. Tank's locked in like a man on a mission. Jake's keeping everyone guessing. And Roach Sr. is stirring things up with that "we retired Tank" attitude. You can feel the tension. Boxing's hitting that wild stretch where every quote, sparring clip, and rumor adds fuel to the fire. And honestly, that's the beauty of it. This sport thrives on pride, timing, and truth colliding under the spotlight. Jake's out to prove that strength can rival skill. Tank's ready to show why defense and intelligence always win over brute force. And voices like Roach Sr. keep the game alive when the cameras go dark. Now it's your turn. Who really has the edge? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Boxing Glory. See you in the next one.